Hello, everybody. All right, today I am going to be bringing forth one of my favorite topics, and actually the one thing that got me into chiropractic, which was sports. I grew up in a small town, Mackville, North Dakota, and before my 8th grade year, we moved to Devil's Lake. And basketball player, at that time, just recreational softball, and I had a history of ankle sprains, like all the time. Didn't matter if I was walking barefoot or if I was in shoes, if I was in boots, if I had ankle braces on, I always sprained my ankle. And so by the time I got to 8th grade, I was playing on JV varsity. And then my knees started bugging me. And, I didn't know then what I know now. My parents didn't know then what they know now. And kind of just tried to fix it with braces. And then the next big one would happen. And then I'd be laid up like my ankle would get to be like this big. Well, we moved to Devil's Lake. And thankfully we had met a gal, Bonnie Friege. She is one of my mentors. She's the one that inspired me to go to chiropractic school. And it changed everything. And then I only used it for sports and for low back issues and whenever I had a problem. But I feel like I was still there quite regularly. And so when I got out of high school and went to college, initially I was going to be a chiropractor, and then I'm like, I don't know. If you know a little bit about my story, my freshman year, I ended one semester with a 1.89 GPA, and I was like, how in the med classes, right? Like biology. No, probably not going to do that. So I kind of pulled back, and then I had a conversation with her. Are we back? Okay. I had a conversation with her and just wondering should I do psychology? But I didn't really want to be a counselor. I wanted to work with families, but I definitely didn't want to give meds. I didn't even want access to be able to give meds. And so she's like, Tiff, why don't you go be a sports chiropractor? And so I went to school planning to be a sports chiropractor. And then we were pregnant with Callan, and then, got down the path of actually pediatric holistic health. Well, sports have been a huge part of my life forever, a huge part of our family's life, and I have adjusted thousands of athletes. So today I just want to really talk about how important it is, and that this is very normal for high level people to work with people that improve their performance, whether that's a sports psychologist, chiropractor, massage, mobility, yoga. This is actually what the people who are trying to master a sport, that's what they do. They might play college ball, but beyond that, they're doing a lot of other things. And so I think it's probably the most important thing your kids can do is to see a chiropractor, not because there's a problem, but because we're looking at physical, the spine and all of the joints that happen in sports. So from ankles, knees, elbows, wrists, and of course the spine, low back, mid back, neck. I have my hair's in my face and it's itchy. And then there's the emotional, and then there's the mental, oh my gosh, it's huge. And then there's also nutritional. And so the emotional and mental is very underestimated or underrated on needing support here. And it's also very not talked about in chiropractic. Well, the amount of pressure that an athlete has on them, and I can even say now, the amount of pressure that an athlete has on them in 3rd grade, when, yes, it's fun, of course, but we're traveling every weekend. There's a few practices in the evenings, and they love it, and we love it. And eventually, though, it becomes that their bodies, their energy can't always regulate it. I always say mid-season of any season, of any sports season, is really when I'm starting to see people break down. And it's break down emotionally, mentally, because school is still happening. They're still trying to keep relationships with their friends. Guys, a lot of them game, so they actually like kind of want to just check out when they get home for a while and they game, and then they're not getting as much sleep. And so we're going down this cycle of injury, honestly, and of breakdown. And that's not even considering what happens in the fall and winter in North Dakota when we don't have the sun and everybody gets sick. So that's not even considering what immune system support looks like. But I think we are really underestimating as a nation. I was going to say a world, but it probably is a world also, but as a nation, how much pressure is on these kids' bodies mentally and emotionally. So physically, let's just talk physically first. I cannot ever imagine my kids not having been adjusted in any kind of sport, or any kid ever not being adjusted. Like, I can't imagine somebody going through a sport and not being adjusted. From how many times do you get hit in the head? How many times do you have like whiplash, or you fall on the ground, on the floor, on the turf, on the whatever, right on your butt? How many times do you tweak an ankle and then you kind of tweak a knee? How many times do you have that happen? And then you're like, oh my gosh, I don't have time for this. So now I'm going to take Tylenol. Now I'm going to take Advil. Now I'm going to take Aleve. And now not only am I going to just take it after I get hurt, but now I'm going to take it all the time. And now I have digestive issues. Now I have immune issues. It's not a surprise. This is what happens. So parents, we have to wake up. Like, you have to pay attention. It's not normal for a kid to have as much output as they have right now. It's not normal for a kid to need to wake up at 5 o'clock to go do whatever workout they're doing. And then we go to school all day, and then they do another workout, and now they don't have free time. Like, they don't have free time with friends. They don't have free time with any of this. Thanks, Chris. She said, I give a lot of Alyssa's success to being adjusted by you most of her life. Yes, she's been adjusted most of her life. And when we start to really like lean into the mental part of a sport, let's go into the part of mentally when we're not good, when mental health is a thing. And now we put a kid struggling with mental health, which they're probably struggling with their sleep. They're probably struggling with their food. They're not feeling connected to their friends or their family. Well, okay, so can we go to the beginning of this? Can we find support in practitioners, doctors, and office that addresses all of this instead of shoves it under the rug? Can we not go in for an anxiety appointment and then get on anxiety meds first? Can we stay away from birth control because when we have bad periods, we can't actually practice then because now we're out of practice and now we're out of games? See what competition does if we don't have the right support. And if we don't have the right support, now we're going down the whole line of, now I'm on these meds and now I don't even feel like myself. Now I'm on these meds and I don't even sleep good. Or now I'm kind of addicted to having an Aleve bottle in my gym bag because I know before I play, I feel like crap. And after I play, I know I'm going to be sore. So like, guys, we gotta change how we're teaching our kids. Like, are you teaching them about food? Are you teaching them about like their heart? I was doing this, but like, I was going to say their soul, but some people are like, what are you talking about, Tiff? But like their essence, are you teaching them about who they are beyond being a great athlete? How about that? How many high school, college athletes? I played high school and then I played 2 years of college. Craig played 4 years of college. So our demographic of people that we were with and our friends in our earlier years were all athletes and post-athletes. And when we get done with it, it's a struggle because who you are is attached to your performance. And that also then creates the next wave of women and men who are attached to their performance. Now we still have the emotional stress and we still have the mental and we still have the physical, and we likely are still taking something for this because now we haven't learned the tools on how to really do it. So now I enter into, this is chiropractic. It's just that most people don't know about it. If we were to say like, have anxiety, come to the chiropractor. Well, most people would be like, well, you're crazy, number one, and you can't promise results, number two. Well, yeah, I'm both of those, actually. I am crazy, and I can't promise results, but I can, in 20 years, tell you that I have worked with tens and 20s and 30s of thousands of people. I've delivered 1 million adjustments. So I do know that it actually works. I do know that if you can get adjusted as soon as you tweak an ankle, as soon as you tweak a knee, as soon as you tweak anything, it will heal 1,000 times faster than not. I know that. I know that if you have a bad day and it becomes a bad week and it becomes a bad month, that after you get adjusted, you will feel ease. I know that. I also know that taking care and making sure you're getting 7 to 8 to 9 to 10 hours of sleep every single day is the foundation to it. Is being happy is the foundation. It's starting to work on your mindset of, hey God, let this be the best day ever. Hey God, what do you have in store for me? Hey God, where am I supposed to give my gifts today? Instead of what you might be thinking. And if we can start to lead that conversation with your kids, because the things that they love are the things that they love, and that is their identity, that's where their friends are, that's where their whole circle develops, that's where their confidence develops, that's where their problem solving develops, that's when the pain happens, like the pain of failure happens in sports, right? The pain of embarrassment happens in sports, the pain of disappointment, like all of those emotions, and so we need to help them get through them. We need to help build their capacity. Chiropractic is that. It is truly that. That's what we do. I would say, if I were to ask many people, besides adjusting me, what else I am, what else we are at Healing Touch, it's counselors. It's true. It's mindset coaches. It's true. It's energy enhancers. It's true. It's all of that, because we get to see where things not working? Where does it feel like life is getting the best of you? Where does it feel like there's too much pressure to keep going? Where does it feel like you just need a break? That could be physical. That could be emotional. That could be mental. That could be energetic. That could be spiritual. That could be nutritional. So if you aren't getting your family support, if your kids are not being adjusted, I don't think it's smart. I think as parents, one of the greatest gifts we can give them is all the tools possible until they're 18, until they're 20, until they're 25, until they can have agency to bring those tools to life. That's what I believe our greatest path is. So if I know that that's my greatest path for our kids and for every single kid I adjust, am I easy peasy lemon squeezy when they're complaining about a bad day and they haven't done anything about it? No, I'm not. But I also am the person that says you can actually do this. So you don't need this and this and this to fix it. Don't take a leave anymore. Don't complain about your pain being because of X, Y, and Z. Let's fix it. And let's fix a mindset around it. Let's fix how the body responds to it. Because I actually cannot imagine any kid, any adult that is active, anybody who prioritizes sports and competition and winning, I cannot ever imagine it without chiropractic, without adjusting, without somebody to run some things by, without leaning into that medicine cabinet every single time, without that being your default. No, I want to bring chiropractic as your default, and mindset as your default, and sleep training as your default, and nutritional therapy as your default, and red light therapy, and light codes, and let's bring all of these things to our kids so they know these are tools that they can really fly, that they can fly with. That's the key. That's our job. Our job is to show them that they have the power, and they learn that by building with their tools and by learning by other people. So if you're like, oof, I can actually fall in the category of a lot of what you just said, Tiff. I invite you to call us, 701-893-3150. We're in West Fargo. And if you're not in West Fargo, if you're not local, just find us on Facebook, Instagram, call, and get some referrals for where we might be able to help you. If you look at our website, you can tell we aren't about pain. We are about function, and we are about family. We are about mind, body, soul. We are about function. We are about regulation. So it isn't about chasing something ever. It never has been. That is not what it is. And I believe we are teaching our kids a very limited scope of health if that's the direction we're going. So once again, Dr. Tiff from Healing Touch Chiropractic, number 701-893-3150. And if you mention this live, you get 50% off your first visit. So like, hey, let's do this. Let's create a different family value system. Let's help our kids in different ways. And I'm not underestimating the adults that are in sports. Like, everybody needs to be adjusted. But for right now, I am talking to you parents. Like, we do need to step up. We do need to help them in way more ways than their school trainer can help them or their teacher can help them. We need to help them see a different way of life and health, away from the friggin' medicine cabinet, away from any medical office, ideally. That's a pinky swear. All right. Bye, guys.